Top of the morning, ladies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Custom Card Reviews. I'm doing this segment because the because fighting off my boredom. Okay, so and two, I really noticed that the dual logs isn't making any more videos on YouTube. So this is the big tribute to him to review these cards that I have on screen. And so, let's start with Time Wizard support. So this is the Time Wizard, or no, card, but this is Time Boxer of Wizard. That's a mouthful. So, it takes one, here, let me zoom it in. Okay, hold on. It takes one Time Wizard and one Warrior type monster. And now it's the coin, or when this card is fusion summoned, you can toss a coin and then activate one of these effects for that coin for once per turn. Heads, you can special summon one Time Wizard from your deck or graveyard or bandit zone to your field in the attack mode. Tails, your opponent special summons one level 4 or lower monster from their deck or graveyard to their own field, but its effects are negated until 4 turns are up, and then you lose life points equal to that special summon monster's attack. If you have a Time Wizard on the field, you can pick the coin toss instead of flipping it for once per turn. If this card is sent to the grave, you can special summon all the fusion materials from your graveyard or bandit zone or hand to or deck to the field in the defense mode, and then this card returns to the extra deck from your graveyard. You can only use this effect once per turn. So basically, this card has the first one summons a Time Wizard. Second one and allows your opponent to do like special summons one monster and then you take damage, basically. And with a Time Wizard on the field, you can pick a instead of flipping it. So then, plus you need more materials to be on the field to go into different other plays, like synchro monsters or link monsters. Okay? So let's move on to my favorite archetype, the fossil archetype. This is because fossils always intrigue me with these stuff. So this one is called Fossil Finder. It has a unique type. So rock earth, rock effect monster with attack 1800 attack and 1500 defense. And its effect is when this card is normal or special summoned, both players must send one monster from their own decks to or hands to the grave, and then this card, or if this card is used as a ritual, fusion, synchro, or like basic stuff with a monster, and it gains this effect for once per turn. So this is the I'm put this in the graveyard so that as a special summoning it, destroy it because it's. So let's move on to what it gives the one of those monsters. This card attacks 3 times in battle, and this card can't be destroyed by battle, and it can't be negated by your opponent's card effects. Period. If this card is sent to the grave, you can pay 1,000 life points to special summon this card from your graveyard or battlefield to your field in attack mode. But its attacks and defense become 5,000 attack points until 5 turns are up. You can only use this effect. So basically, it is like trying to find stuff in the grave to use as like. It's like grave robber, and that. So let's move on to the fossil cleaner. This one has. I was trying to go for that dragon, like the one that had 2,400 attack. And so this card is when this card is normal or special summon, you can select 2 monsters from your opponent's graveyard, and then you can special summon them to their field in attack mode, and their names become fossil stones monsters, and you can discard 2 cards from your deck or hand to the grave to destroy all cards from your opponent's field, and then this card gains their combined effects for once per turn. If this card is used as with a monster or monsters, it gains this effect for once per turn. This card can't be destroyed by battle or by card effects, and it gains 1,000 attack and defense for each battle phase. And this card attacks 3 times in battle. Now, its graveyard effect is if this card is sent to the grave, you can gain 4,000 life points, and for once per turn, you can only use this effect for once per turn. So basically, this card is basically trying to say, "Oh, I'm gonna put my opponent's monsters back onto their field, treat them as stone, and clean them all out." Because look how good ours bridge. Now, moving on to their XYZ monster. I'm skipping the fusion monster. I didn't give them a fusion monster because so this is called Fossil Diggers. It's similar to their anime card, or real card, but this is so it takes 2 fossil monsters or overlay it on top of a fossil warrior skull king, and if this card, the poster say card, is XYZ summon, you can detach 1 XYZ material from this card to destroy all cards from your opponent's field and hand for once per turn. If you do, add one monster from each player's graveyard or banish zone to this card as a XYZ material and treat it as this card's summoning condition. If this card is sent to the grave, you can inflict 1,000 points, or 1,000 points damage to your opponent's life points for each XYZ material that this card has. You can only use this effect for once per turn. So this card, it discards 2 cards, or discards 1 to destroy all of the cards, and you can also add, Withering Soldier to it, and the opponent's cards to your field, or to it, because it's, from graveyard and banish zone. So, mostly in the banish zone. So then if you get, a lot of it together, 10 cards overlay each other's on top of it, or underneath it, it would be, instant win for you. So, unless your opponent has, some weird negation, I negate this card, or something. Okay? And now, let's go on to the meme card. And huge shout outs to Hard Like Joe and the dueling, or the duel logs. Huge shout outs to them, and this is for you, Hard Like Joe. Lost a turn. Sorry, I burped it. When this card is activated, your opponent loses 3 turns. If this card is in your graveyard and your opponent draws or adds any cards from their deck before they draw a card, you can banish this card to skip your opponent's 3 turns. You can only use this effect for once per turn. Basically, if your opponent activates Pot of Greed, or some spell card that allows them to add cards during their draw phase, skip their turn, then boom, that's it. Now, moving on to the custom this is custom archetype. It's called What If. It's by those people that make the What If theories of, Deku from My Hero Academia. So, this is a trap card for it. What if Deku Watcher? If this card is activated, this card can only be activated if your opponent declares an attack on a What If monster. Before damage calculations, you can special summon 2 monsters from either player's graveyard to your field in attack mode, and your opponent must declare an attack on that special summon monster instead, or else that monster on your opponent's field, or it's screwed up, or your opponent's field is automatically removed from play, and its effects aren't not negated. Like it. This is what the autocorrect does when you try talking to your phone or talking into your device. So you can reveal 2 cards from your opponent's deck to be sent to the battle zone for once per turn. So now moving on. So this card is trying to say like the special summon 2 monsters and the monster that's gonna be originally getting attacked would end up getting attacked by the attacks the other 2 instead of it. Plus the negate thing, its effects are negated. So moving on to Left 4 Dead archetype. This is another custom one, and this one is a fusion of 2 trap cards and bumped it up to a spell card. So this is the Left 4 Dead Fall of Players. Basically, will allow you to instantly win the entire game right here, right now. If your opponent allows it to go through. So its effects are your opponent must keep their hands revealed once per turn during your opponent's standby phase. If they have a trap card in their hand, they lose 2,000 life points. If they have a trap or traps in their hands at resolve. So basically, it's like the Eye of Truth trap card mixed with bad reaction to Samachi. Now moving on to the Left 4 Dead pills. Pills here, ammo here, grenades here, pills here, ammo here. Sorry, I had to do that. This card can only be equipped to a Left 4 Dead monster. And the equipped monster gains 2,500 attack and defense for once per turn. Sorry, I'm just checking. If this card is sent to the grave, you gain like 4,000 life points and draw 2 cards. So basically, it helps your monster gain like extra attack, and at the same time, when it goes to grave, you can gain a lot of. It's basically like Sangan's effect. If I put like his is like if this card is sent to the grave, ... one. Hold on, I had to do one thing. Ready? Pills here. Ammo. Pills here. Pills here. Please like, share, subscribe. Now moving on. Now it's Left 4 Dead Boat of Bobby. I really don't know what the boat or the guy's name on that was in the boat one, but this guy. So, Eddie, His effect is, or he's a water level 4 warrior effect monster with 0 attack, 2400 defense. He's a little weakest of the bunch, but he can make it up for special summoning stuff. When this card is normal or special summon, you can special summon 4 Left 4 Dead monsters from your deck or graveyard or battlefield to your hand. Or to your field, in attack mode. And if you have a Left 4 Dead monster you control can't not be destroyed by battle, and you take no battle damage from attacks involving this card, and your opponent takes any battle damage you would have taken from battle involving this card instead. So basically, if my opponent had like a monster called, so like say if my opponent had I'm looking it up right now. Give me 1 minute. If my opponent was Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, or something with like a lot more attack and like kind of like everything, but you can also, if you equip the boat with pills thing, it gains 2500 attack and 49,000 defense. I don't know how to say that much, so, and plus, one of these effects will go off, like this one now, and so, like, if someone used Blue Eyes White Dragon to attack into it, then your opponent gets taken out because if you lower their attack points, sorry, I just swipe this way before my phone shuts off. So, but now it's the Left 4 Dead Safe House. When this card is activated, all Left 4 Dead monsters gains this effect for once per turn. This card is unaffected by your opponent's card effects, and it can't be destroyed by battle or by card effects. And this card gains 1000 defense for each draw phase. If this card is sent to the grave, you can inflict 300 damage, 3000 damage to your opponent, and then you can shuffle this card into the deck, and then you draw 4 cards from your top of your deck. So, basically, if you find a way to use this card, put it in defense mode with like pills and hit this plus this, it would be broken. Because this card, Hearn, can basically if your opponent had like five-headed dragon out and attacks into this monster or some infinity point monster attacks next into it, it won't be destroyed. And if it attacks or if this card attacks your opponent can't do nothing because of it. The one that says it can't be destroyed by battle or by card effects is basically if they played Mirror Force Earth, it actually gets like can't be destroyed. So basically instant win for all of you. If you use like Left 4 Dead Fall thing and Eye of Truth and Bad Reaction to Samachi, play all three of those and protect your backboards from all that. Plus use like pills and boat and that you could basically destroy everything. Okay? Just like throw some solemn judgment in the deck and then or some cancel all those cards out. Because except for Jinzo, because he can also have that. So basically, unless you have the spell card or his field thing. So basically, all four of these cards or all these cards are custom built by me. So, like a Time Boxer of Wizard, a Fossil Finder, a Fossil Cleaner, a Fossil Digger, Lost Your a Turn, a What If Deku Watcher, Left 4 Dead, Fall of Players, Pills, Boda Bob, and then Safe House. All these are like safe rooms. All these characters, or all these, are pretty powerful by themselves. Like, if against Amazon thing, like this card, I used Amazon Queen, the one that she has the effect of all Amazon monsters you control can be destroyed by battle, and plus there was also all those. So basically, you instantly win the duel because of when you bring your opponent's life points down to about enough, and they play like something powerful, attacks into a boat one, you automatically win the duel. Like, yay, boom, I win. So this is the end of custom card reviews. So, I'm going to put these, like, this one, this one, this one, this one, on the Twitter so that the dual logs will review them. Please review them if you're watching this. Or better yet, hashtag tell the dual logs to do the custom cards on YouTube. Because some of us don't have Twitter, or not Twitter, Twitch. So have fun. And so catch you guys laters.